Breaking news that could affect millions of Americans' wallets. Washington has just made a massive move that could put thousands of dollars in your pocket. But here's what they're not telling you about the new stimulus package and Social Security boost. Stay tuned, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal exactly who qualifies, how much you could receive, and most importantly, when you can expect this money to hit your bank account. Plus, I'll share some insider information about additional benefits that most people don't even know they qualify for. Before we dive into these critical updates, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on important news about stimulus checks, Social Security benefits, and other financial updates that could put more money in your pocket. And if you find this information helpful, give this video a thumbs up. It really helps support the channel and ensures more people can access this vital information. Hey everyone! Today we're covering massive breaking news about the potential fourth stimulus check worth $2,000 and a $200 monthly boost for Social Security recipients. This is huge news that could affect millions of Americans, especially seniors and those still recovering from the economic impact of recent years. I know many of you have been waiting for updates on this situation, and today's news is particularly significant because it shows a real shift in Washington's approach to financial assistance. Let's start with what's actually happening in Washington right now. Congress has been debating several proposals aimed at providing additional financial support to Americans, particularly those most affected by rising inflation and ongoing economic challenges. The current discussions center around two main components: a potential fourth stimulus payment and increased Social Security benefits. What makes this round of discussions different is the level of bipartisan support we're seeing, especially given the current economic indicators that show many Americans are still struggling to make ends meet. The latest economic data has revealed something crucial that's driving these discussions. Despite what some politicians might claim about the strength of the recovery, recent surveys show that over 60% of Americans are still living paycheck to paycheck. This isn't just affecting low-income households anymore. Even families making over $100,000 annually are reporting financial struggles due to the rising costs of everyday essentials. What's particularly interesting about these new proposals is how they've been structured to address specific economic challenges that previous stimulus packages might have overlooked. The focus isn't just on providing immediate relief, but on creating a more sustainable support system for those who need it most. The proposed $2,000 fourth stimulus check would work differently from previous payments. And this is where things get really interesting. The payment structure has been designed to be more targeted and effective than previous rounds. For single filers, the full payment would be available to those making less than $75,000 annually, while married couples filing jointly would need to earn less than $150,000 to receive the full amount. But here's something that hasn't been widely reported. The proposal includes a sophisticated phase-out system that could benefit even more Americans than previous stimulus packages. Instead of a sharp cutoff, the payments would gradually decrease by $5 for every $100 in additional income above the threshold. This means even if you make more than the initial threshold, you might still qualify for a significant portion of the payment. Another crucial detail that sets this proposal apart is its inclusion of dependents. Unlike some previous stimulus payments, this one would provide the full amount for each qualifying dependent, regardless of age. This means families with college students or elderly dependents could receive substantially more support than under previous programs. The payment mechanism itself has also been refined based on lessons learned from previous stimulus distributions. The IRS would be authorized to use more recent income data, potentially from 2023 or even 2024, to determine eligibility. This means the payments would better reflect people's current financial situations rather than relying on outdated information. The proposed $200 boost to Social Security benefits deserves special attention because it represents a fundamental shift in how we approach senior support. This isn't just another one-time payment, it's a potential restructuring of how we value and support our senior citizens and disabled Americans who rely on Social Security. Let's break down exactly what this boost would mean in real terms. For the average Social Security recipient currently receiving $1,700 monthly, this represents nearly a 12% increase in monthly benefits. When combined with the regular cost of living adjustments, COLA, this could significantly improve the purchasing power of millions of seniors. The proposal includes some innovative features that haven't received much attention in the media. For instance, there's a provision that would adjust this boost annually based on real consumer spending patterns of seniors rather than the general inflation rate. This means the increase would better reflect the actual costs seniors face, particularly in areas like healthcare and prescription medications. The timeline for these payments is something everyone wants to know about, and I've got some insider information on how this might roll out. Based on discussions with policy experts and analysis of previous stimulus distributions, we're looking at a potential multi-phase implementation plan. For the stimulus checks, the distribution would likely follow an accelerated version of previous rollouts. The IRS has maintained the infrastructure from previous stimulus payments, which means they could potentially begin distributions within 2-3 weeks of final approval for those with direct deposit information on file. Paper checks would follow on a weekly basis, with about 5-7 million checks being processed each week. The Social Security boost would likely be implemented differently. The current proposal suggests a 3-month preparation period after approval, allowing the Social Security Administration to update their systems and ensure accurate payments. The boost would then be applied to all payments going forward, with the possibility of retroactive payments for the preparation period. Understanding the qualification process is crucial, and there are some important nuances that haven't been widely discussed. While most Americans who have filed recent tax returns or receive Social Security benefits would automatically qualify, there are special provisions for certain groups that might need to take additional steps. For instance, individuals who have experienced significant income changes in the past year might need to submit an income update form through a new IRS portal. The good news is that this portal would be more user-friendly than previous versions, with mobile optimization and multiple language support. The economic implications of these proposals extend far beyond individual bank accounts. Based on economic modeling, the combined impact of the stimulus checks and Social Security boost could inject approximately $400 billion into the American economy over the next year. This could lead to increased consumer spending, job creation, and economic growth in local communities. However, the proposal includes specific measures to prevent potential negative effects on inflation. Unlike previous stimulus measures, this package includes offset provisions through corporate tax adjustments and the closing of specific tax loopholes. Economists estimate these measures could potentially neutralize any inflationary impact while still providing necessary relief to Americans. The path to approval is complex, but understanding the current political landscape helps explain why this proposal has gained traction. With upcoming elections and growing public pressure for economic relief, there's significant motivation on both sides of the aisle to take action. The proposal has garnered support from key moderate senators who often serve as swing votes, and recent polling shows over 70% of Americans support some form of additional direct payments. This public support, combined with the targeted nature of the relief, has created a unique opportunity for passage. Looking beyond the immediate benefits, these proposals could represent a significant shift in American social policy. The inclusion of automatic triggers for future payments based on economic conditions could create a more responsive and efficient safety net system. The Social Security boost, in particular, could set a precedent for how we approach senior benefits in the future. By tying increases to actual senior spending patterns, it could lead to more accurate and fair benefit adjustments in the years to come. While we wait for these proposals to potentially become law, there are numerous existing programs that could provide immediate assistance. Many Americans don't realize they qualify for programs like the Earned Income Tax Credit, SNAP benefits, or utility assistance programs. I'll be creating a separate video detailing all these programs, so make sure you're subscribed to catch that important information. One major concern that keeps coming up in the comments is about the impact on national debt and taxes. The proposal includes specific funding mechanisms through corporate tax policy adjustments and the closure of tax loopholes that currently cost the Treasury billions annually. These measures are designed to offset the cost of the program without increasing taxes on middle-class Americans. While these proposals move through the legislative process, there are several steps you can take to prepare. First, ensure your tax information is current with the IRS. Second, verify your direct deposit information with both the IRS and Social Security Administration, if applicable. Finally, gather documentation of any significant income changes from the past year, as this might be needed for qualification purposes.